So there are 7 million private companies in the US with owners over 55. Let that sink in, 7 million. And then on top of that, there's 2,500 to 3,000 private equity firms. And there are another similar number of family offices. I was just on the phone with a family office out of Vancouver. And then you got the private debt guys, which is 10x what the private equity guys are. So, we sit in the intersection, a lot of deal activity. The title of this webcast was about the $15 trillion opportunity. That really refers to the $15 trillion that's going to change hands from my parents to me, or your parents to you. And it's not that the baby boomers are retiring, and baby boomers are expiring. They're in their 80s now. And they're going to, cash is going to change hands, stocks, bonds, real estate, companies. Wealth managers are licking their chops right now on this whole transition. And there's a lot of planning that goes into a transition. I can talk about that.
Yeah.
But that's the macro world I live in. Is there's a lot of transactions that are going to occur, and you want to have an advisor, just the team of advisors around folks who want to either sell part of the business or all of the business. Includes your wealth manager, your accountant, your investment banker, your attorney. So that's the team around you to make sure that it's done properly. And there are lots.
Let me go back a second. On that, we mentioned private equity, you mentioned family offices and the debt fund. Which space or what type of companies are the private equity guys targeting, and what's the difference between that and what the family offices are looking for?
I think the private equity folks, there's so many private equity firms that they're all trying to corner a certain market. So if you like, I'm selling a material handling company right now. There's probably 50 private equity firms that just buy material handling. This is automating a warehouse, that just focus on that. Name an industry, I probably can find 50 private equity firms that are interested in taking a look. Maybe 100 in some industries that just peruse a website. It'll say things like value-added distribution, business services, light manufacturing. They want high margins and low capex. And then they lever their bet, so they borrow 6-7 times EBITDA on the high end, 2.5 to 3 times EBITDA on the low end. But that's how they amplify their returns, is the use of other people's money.
So how about the family offices? What are those guys looking for?
So family offices are unique. Usually a family office would have made money in a particular industry, and then they go out and they know that industry really well, and they'll focus on that industry. That's what I find. The ones that are sort of, investing in lots of different businesses, they're really trying to pay low multiples. When you pay a low multiple for a business, you can make a few mistakes and it doesn't crush you. If you pay a high multiple and you hit the market at the wrong time, it can crush you. And so I found the family offices to be prudent. If I were buying companies, which I do not do, I only do sell-side M&A for operators. I don't work for private equity firms. In fact, I spend most of my day jousting with private equity firms who are trying to exploit my clients. And it's not because they're bad people. It's because the profit motive is to buy lower and sell higher.